essentially allows for the indefinite military detention of U.S. citizens. And although it was passed 93-7 in the Senate, and although that means that our Senate is basically okay with fascism, the White House has threatened to veto it. Because it is unconstitutional. Or so you would think. But the White House is actually interested in vetoing it because it calls into question laws that already exist allowing the executive branch to do just that. Indefinitely detain whoever they decide is a terrorist. It's called the Authorization for Use of Military Force Act of 2001. The NDAA basically just drives home the point that they want to be able to define terrorism, broaden its scope, and allow the indefinite military detention of U.S. citizens, and she doesn't care. How do you not care about this?
To allow
saying we're the best country in the world, we're the land of the free, but we can indefinitely detain our own citizens.
Everybody, I'd like to invite you to take a
the
second
people that we
to check out our
indefinitely
screen.
detain without due process and without trial around the world.
How you doing today? I'd like you to...
So we're going to do some street theater. Come and check it out. It's funny and entertaining. You can ask the Civil Affairs. They've seen it twice already. It's great. I don't know who this guy is, but let's get to serious matters with him. Welcome to the 31st annual Fascist of the Year Award. By Senators Carl Levin, Lindsey Graham, and John McCain. Special thanks to President Barack Obama.
Yes, we can!
Oh yeah! And a very special thanks to the military
you just dispatch warning. If Swift calls, just ask the dispatch questions. And then text by time.
And the dispatch questions are
Sirens for freedom!
Who is this? Where is it going? Suite number, contact, you know.
Gotcha.
I don't think anyone...
Take a second to check out our
We have a
screen theater.
very special treat for you this year. Something quite special, in fact. We got on our hands some actual terrorists. Previously under the Authorization Act,
Anyone's
I'll just put it on my phone.
2001,
And then I'll just text
the detention of individuals did
just can't
expand
miss
to
calls
cover
right now.
U.S.
I can't wait
citizens,
to text her.
but the NDAA is the nail in the coffin ensuring our national security. I mean, it's wonderful.
Great photo.
It's fabulous.
Very flattering.
It's fabulous! Freedom! Now we can feel safer knowing that our government has broadened the definition of terrorism while ensuring that our tradition of freedom is safe from all the people who simply hate America.
Yes.
America! Fuck yeah! On some of these anti-Americans so you can all see what the face of terror really looks like. First up, we had a gentleman that goes by the name of Martin Luther King. You may have heard of him in the severe acts of terrorism, but let's hear what he has to say.
These are your acts of terror. You two should be cheering for the terrorists.
Yeah. That's right. Oh yeah, sorry.
My name is Martin Luther King Jr. I was a preacher, and one of the leaders of the civil rights movement. I stood for nonviolence, equality, brotherhood, and empowerment of the masses. I went to jail numerous times for acts of civil disobedience. But I never gave up on my dreams for my children and my country. In 1964, I became the youngest person to be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. If Centerville 1967 had been affected our lives, the FBI wouldn't have needed to put a wiretap on my phone, which they did. Right.
Yeah.
Damn
They could have just sent me straight to Guatemala, Guantanamo.
Yeah.
Woo!
Bag him! 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 Bag him!
Smells like freedom, people. Smells like freedom.
Yeah, it does.
Dream about this. Freedom!
Do you have a dream now? Next we have Rosa Parks, another terrorist who simply decided not to comply with our U.S. laws.
He's so funny.
My name is Rosa Parks. On December 1st, 1955, I was asked to relinquish my bus seat to a white man after I had been on my feet all day long and I refused.
You're lucky you got on the bus!
What I did was against the law.
Stand up!
Disobedience and a belligerent act against the state of Alabama.
That's right.
And for this, I could be indefinitely detained by our troops.
That's right!
Do it.
Bag her! Bag her! Bag her! Bag her! Bag her! Bag her! Bag her!
Bag her!
Don't be sitting down on any bus anytime soon.
Look at nail on the ground!
Terrorist!
Closer to freedom. That's right.
Woo!
Safety now. Safer.
Now we have a very special terrorist guest who decided to come to our country and take away our freedoms. John.
Get a job, hippie!
I hate your glasses! They're gay!
Bullshit.
Hello, I'm John.
Hear her, hippie!
I played rock and roll music.
Rock and roll is from the devil!
As a peace activist, I was a strong supporter of the anti-Vietnam War movement in the United States. My actions were deemed a threat to Nixon's re-election, and the government tried to deport me.
We love Nixon!
Today, these actions could be called supportive forces that are engaged in hostilities against the United States. And I could face indefinite military detention.
As you should!
Bag him! Bag him! Bag him! Bag him! Bag him! Bag him! Bag him!
Glad I caught him. He probably would have set up his rope.
Don't worry, Lennon! We got your glasses now!
Go Toomey! Go Toomey!
We got your glasses now, Lennon!
Now we have a representative from a terrorist group that thinks it's okay to serve people free food.
What the fuck?
Could you imagine serving free food to the homeless?
Hell no!
It really angers me inside.
Got a
You should
job!
just get
Let's hear what they
money!
have to say.
Why do they get a job like everybody else?
I give free food to people!
There's not enough food to go around, isn't it?
Healthy, homemade food!
Bullshit!
Perfectly good produce that otherwise could have been thrown away!
Tell them to go use the dollar menu!
I believe that terrorists deserves to be...
Dollar menu is a balanced meal!
And I know that with the abundance of food in this country, hunger doesn't need to exist!
Bombs, not food!
I am a part of Food Not Bombs!
Bombs, not food!
Bombs not food!
Bombs not food!
Bombs not food! Bombs not food! Completely for free!
Bullshit!
Our commitment to anti-war movements can be seen by some as hostility towards America! Despite their peaceful foundation,
I work hard to put food on my
the
family!
terrorist list, watch list since 2006.
Bombs not food! Bombs not food! Bombs not food! Bombs not food! Bombs not food!
Security's angry.
Security is angry.
Security are angry.
We have a group of individuals that think that they can save the planet, that they can save the environmental issues that really do not even exist. Eco-activists.
It's a myth. It's a myth.
Global
I'm
warming
an
is a myth.
eco-activist. I work to stop the injustices against the earth.
I like snow!
In 2006, the Animal Enterprise Terrorism Act was passed to demonize me and legally define me as a domestic terrorist. A few weeks ago, a new law was passed, the National Defense Authorization Act, which threatens all of our civil liberties. Not only has the government labeled me a terrorist, but also under this new act, I can be held indefinitely and without trial. All for wanting to
That's right. Bagger.
Children are sacred.
Finally, we have the people who started all of this wave of terrorism throughout the world, starting in Egypt. Let's hear what they have to say.
Boo! They have no voice! Go back to Cairo! They have no voice!
I'm an Egyptian revolutionary. I was in Tahrir Square with tens of thousands of other angry, non-violent Egyptians.
Who cares?
We were tired of living under a regime. We gathered en masse to bring an end to police brutality,
That keeps us
state
safe!
of emergency laws, lack of free elections and freedom of speech,
You have no voice!
uncontrollable corruption, and economic issues, including high unemployment, food price inflation, and low minimum wages.
Work harder!
In many ways, this is what people here in America are protesting. And this 2012 National Defense Act is the American government's way of suppressing the movement. We stand in solidarity. You cannot silence all of us.
Yes, we can!
Yes, we can! Yes, we can! Yes, we can! Yes, we can! Bang her! Bang her! Bang her! Bang her! Bang her! Bang her! Bang her!
Now that you've seen the faces of terror, and understand why we have to detain and imprison these people without charge or trial, let us get to the most important
Should have a sign
part
that says
of the
Toomey
award
in case.
ceremony.
You're both
Let
at
us
the same time.
introduce the amazing personalities that have strived to implement the true values of freedom wherever they went. Let's hear a huge round of applause for Joseph Stalin! Amazing and talented Adolf Hitler! The Honorable Mr. Saddam Hussein! The righteous Hansi Mubarak! And bringing it home to the land of freedom, one of our greatest American leaders, Dick Cheney! Now simmer down now, simmer down. Simmer down. The winner of the 31st Annual Fascist of the Year Award goes to the United States Senate! Here to accept the award is Senator Patrick Toomey!
My teeth are straight!
Oh, thank you. This is such an honor. I don't have anything prepared. Oh my gosh. It is such an honor and a privilege to be here. Keyword being privilege. But the real honor is working to pass first-class legislation like the National Defense Authorization Act, is it not? Safety first. This law will make our streets safer than they were in 1930s Germany. And our state more secure than it was in Russia in the 1950s. But I couldn't have done it alone. I want to thank all of the senators who stood by me and voted with me, especially my fellow state senator, Bob Casey. And we can't forget John McCain, who spearheaded this heroic effort. We would not have legislation like this if it weren't for the bullheaded resolve of our senators. We would not have legislation like this without continued campaign contributions from Wells Fargo, Comcast, and other corporations. Our country truly is run by the 1%. By the powerful few who have the courage to put their own interests first. Ahead of the people, ahead of their rights, and ahead of freedom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's such an honor.
31st Annual Fascist of the Year Award. So, if you'd like to call the White House and let them know you want them to veto this bill, you can call. Get out your phone right now and call 202, mic check. 202 456 6213.
6213.
What's the bill code?
Once more.
202 456 6213. Call the White House and encourage them.
What's the name of the bill?
The bill is the National Defense Authorization Act of the Fiscal Year 2012. S1867.
Mic check.
Mic check.